A lot of people think that UFO disclosure is important just because of aliens, but I don't think that that's why it's important for us. I think it's important because it can wake us up as a species. For a lot of people, the idea that we're not alone in the universe is not exactly shocking anymore. A lot of people would say, so what? Who cares? How does this change my life? And honestly, that's a fair question. I think the real impact of disclosure has less to do with their spaceships and how they get here, and more to do with consciousness. Because for the first time in human history, we'd be forced to confront the idea that we are not alone, that we are not the best and the smartest that the universe has created, and that we are part of something much bigger than ourselves. We're talking about accepting the idea that we're being visited by intelligent, superior beings from other planets, yet we still divide ourselves by countries, politics, language, skin color, culture. We're still focusing on all the things that make us different and referring to our neighbors as aliens. But if humanity suddenly realized we're part of a much larger community of life, many of those differences might start looking a lot smaller. There's a quote from Ronald Reagan where he suggested that if humanity faced something from outside of this world, that we'd become more united as a species. And I have thought about that quote for years, and I think that there's a lot of truth to it. Suddenly we wouldn't just be Americans, Russians, Christians, Muslims, liberals, conservatives, or any of the labels we give ourselves. Instead, we would be human beings, and I think that that is the real reason why disclosure matters the most. It's not just because of the aliens and the technology, but because it would force us to grow up consciously and as a species. Instead of seeing ourselves so differently, we'd start to see ourselves as one race of beings, and we'd likely take the next step in our conscious evolution. I think that the most important thing we're going to gain is not just the truth of what's been going on. I think the most important discovery might be what happens inside of us when we realize we're not alone.